Carrie Gardner is fighting for her husband's health, and now part of that fight is taking them to the United States.
That's his only shot at making it at this point.
Her husband Rod has been losing weight and is suffering from severe abdominal pain, but beyond those symptoms, he hasn't been formally diagnosed with any illness. The difference is noticeable. The photo on the left is from last year, while the one on the right was taken a few weeks ago. Carrie has taken him to several doctors and specialists in both Yorkton and Saskatoon, but says they've been told it's either in his head, that he needs further tests, or we're referred to different doctors.
There's something going on with him. Nobody can figure it out in Saskatchewan. I don't know other provinces, possibly, but we don't have time.
They've been going for tests and retests and going in circles.
Now the Gardners are headed to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, but it looks like they'll be footing the bill. Last week, Carrie formed a petition for the province to cover their medical expenses in the States. That garnered over 7,000 signatures. They also rallied in front of their local MLA office and the Priestville Health Center. But the Ministry of Health says a very specific protocol is in place for patients seeking health care outside of Saskatchewan and Canada to request government funding first.
A specialist involved in the patient's care must write a request to the Ministry of Health. It must detail the circumstances of the case, the nature of the service being requested, and that the services aren't available in Saskatchewan or Canada.
The government's website says consideration includes whether or not the applicant has exhausted all available options in our healthcare system, including in other provinces. Gardner says she's followed this protocol as best as she could, but because Rod's illness is still undiagnosed, it's created some roadblocks.
We don't know what's wrong with him. So how am I going to say the tests or the treatment isn't available in Canada?
The Gardners are now in Rochester, where they've been told to expect a diagnosis in 8 to 10 business days. As for what's next, Gardner says it depends on the diagnosis.
If treatment can wait, then we will come back and wait on our Saskatchewan healthcare, right? If that's safe to do it. If it's not, we're looking at doing treatment, everything in the States.
Cole Davenport, CTV News, Priestville.